Give me a D and a G. It's the Dawg and Gus Show. It's the Dawg and Gus Show.
Hey, coffee lovers, Dawg here to tell you about our favorite new brew, Green Army Coffee.
That's right, Dawg. Green Army Coffee isn't just delicious, it's coffee with a mission. They're veteran-owned, and every cup supports those who serve.
You can taste the dedication in every roast. Whether you're fueling up for the day or winding down, they've got the perfect blend for you.
And it's not just great coffee, it's a way to give back. Supporting Green Army Coffee means you're supporting our troops and their families.
So what are you waiting for? Grab a bag, sip smart, and support a great cause.
Check them out at www.greenarmycoffee.ca. Green Army Coffee, brewed for those who serve. Hey, Dawg, your beard's looking flickin' great, my man.
Thanks, Gus. I've been using the Bush Beard Wash.
The what now?
At Bush Beard, they know that every man with a beard is a unique beardo. And that's why they offer a wide range of products to cater to every beard's needs. Whether you have a long and luscious mane or prefer to keep it short and sharp, their products will help you achieve that perfect look.
From the nourishing beard oil and balm to the refreshing beard wash, their products are made with all-natural local ingredients to keep that beard healthy, soft, and lustrous. The beard comb and brush are designed to detangle and shape your beard, making sure you always look your best.
At Bush Beard, they're dedicated to providing the best possible grooming experience for all the beardos out there. So why settle for an average beard when you can have a glorious, well-groomed one? Try Bush Beard products today and unleash the full potential of your beard.
Be sure to use Dawg and Gus 10 and get 10% off your order.
Bush Beard, the small-town brand with the big old Canadian heart.
1, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Dawg and Gus Show.
What's up, Dawg?
Not much. Are you?
Not much. What do we got going on today?
We got some craziness going on tonight.
Oh yeah, it's like a feel like a Family Feud or something. Like
Yeah,
that,
we just need a few more people. We could do that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be cool. Who are we speaking with?
We've got Passenger Princess.
Hey, what's up,
Hi
guys?
there.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Everybody but Caden.
Wah, wah.
Just had to throw that in there.
Boo.
Boo, Caden, boo.
Caden.
Yeah. All right.
Although sick handle, that's a great name.
Yeah, it is a nice name. I don't know anybody else named Caden. And he's a snowboarder, so we'll give him that today, I
He's
guess.
just a dude. He's like crazy. Caden
can't
snowboarding. What a weird that sounds so perfect together. So how did you guys all meet? Where was the connection?
Corey, do you wanna answer this one?
Yeah, it started with me and Caden. We met at a restaurant that's closed down now called Christie's Family Diner. And just kind of like hung out a lot at the restaurant. And then we started jamming together over the pandemic. And our old bassist, Sarah, she introduced us to Grace. And then later on, we found Vic because she's super cool and she does stuff in the scene. And she eats cookies and shit, you know.
We begged Vic. We showed up at one of her shows and we were like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. Like, how do we talk to her?
Which is funny because I was so scared when they asked me to jam. I was like, me?
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 What?
Well, I mean, it's obvious there's talent there, that's for sure. So I could see why they would have asked you.
Stop. Oh, stop. All right, we're done with the.
Oh, that's perfect. This is really going well.
We're done with the platitudes.
Kidding.
We're not blowing smoke up their skirts anymore.
Okay.
Now down to the questions.
Off you go, Dawg.
So, does OC Transpo still suck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially today.
Yeah. Oh my god, any time that it snows, it's like
Yeah. I was almost late just coming back to my house to do this podcast because the 11 would not show up for 40 minutes.
Well,
You think after like 60 years they'd figure something
yeah,
out?
being in Ottawa with our snow, that they would learn how to drive.
Yeah.
yeah,
Those
I would
bastards.
hope.
Put some winter tires on, you know?
I found a sticker on the bus today though that said more bus lanes, no transit costs or something like that.
Nice.
Ooh,
which
I like that. Yeah,
I did. I took a picture of it.
that's good.
It's a
And
nice.
stop raising fares.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, $4.05.
Sorry,
Wow,
are we
that's
allowed to swear on
crazy.
here? I should have asked that already.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? So bullshit.
We have the explicit on the side of ours. Don't worry, we're good.
God bless.
Yeah, God bless. Yeah. It's funny. Like when I just remember riding the bus a long time ago, and it was like $1 or something. Now it's
Yeah.
Is it 405? Is that what you said?
405.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when I was 16, it was like maybe 250,
Yeah.
which was not even 10 years ago.
That's
It's
wild.
crazy.
$1. Man, you're old.
Mhm.
Well, when you wrote it, they didn't even have it.
No, we didn't. We used our own feet.
You took the electric car.
No, it was the Fred Flintstone thing. We all
Oh yeah. Big feet down below.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right,
Black
we're old.
leather
So
Cadillac.
Exactly.
that's right. Like who are your musical influences?
Who
Ooh.
aren't?
Yeah, we have a lot of influences, I would say. Definitely a lot of like female lead punk, I would say. Like Mannequin Pussy is a big influence of ours. Destroy Boys. Who else? Scowl.
I think whenever before I joined, my first thought was like Hole.
Yes.
Nice.
I love Hole. So that is very like, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Whole sick. I love Whole.
Probably the Dirty Nil as well, too. I don't know. I mean, I really love the Dirty Nil and Luke Bentham, especially like his voice. So I like to channel him sometimes. Yeah, but no, lots of influences and always looking for more.
Would you consider Metric in that group as well? You think punk?
Maybe they have they have more of a clean sound to them. They're a bit more.
They're
I
like
wanna say,
pop rock.
Yeah. They're like a lot cleaner, I find.
I don't think it's unlike us though, because we kind of, I feel like, go along the spectrum of like we can get like the thrashy punk, and then we've got some like pop punk stuff, some like pop rock stuff. I feel like it kind of bounces between those three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got. I mean, obviously you're very punky, but I don't know. I had that little vibe from the music a little bit, just a little, but maybe
Yeah.
just because of the lyricists and in the band for sure. I know. Anyways,
Yeah,
so this is me.
definitely. And it's nice
It
not
was
to.
just you. Yeah.
It's nice not to limit yourself with a genre too, and just be like, we can be whatever we want, you know. Even though we tend to classify ourselves as punk, there's always room for, well, maybe we could do something different, or write a shoegaze song, or something that people would not expect from us, so that would be in our wheelhouse typically.
Or throw in War Pigs.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. That was a fun cover.
That was really
Somebody
fun.
was at your show.
Yeah, someone did their research.
And then I'm pretty sure Caden's been kind of honest to cover ABBA too. Like we kind of
Yeah.
like literally go all over the place.
That would be fun.
ABBA cover show.
Yeah, just do War Pigs and then go right into some ABBA right after. That'd just be like the best segue ever.
Mamma
Yeah,
Mia
we-
right after War Pigs.
There you go. Yeah.
It's diverse.
We can make
That's
it
for
work.
sure.
Yeah, well, we like that.
Yeah,
We do.
absolutely.
We do. We do.
Yeah.
We can make it work.
It's fun.
Of
Yeah,
course you could.
why not?
Talk to us a little bit about the show on the February the 15th.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's gonna
Wow.
be good. Corey, you should talk
Oh,
about
I gotta
this.
talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I know I'm
Yeah.
a shy little
Like-
guy, you know.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
yeah, he's not shy. What are you talking about?
You're a yapper in your heart and
Okay,
soul,
let
Corey.
me pull up the information so I don't get names wrong. How about that?
Yap away.
Yeah, but it's gonna be sick.
But yap correctly, Corey. Do not make a
We
mistake.
are
Pink Pony
Yeah.
Punk
Pink
show.
Pony Punk. See, even that, I uploaded a story and I said Pink Pony Pop. So I got that
Oh,
wrong.
no.
So like I'm not doing great. But
Sorry with a P.
yeah. Pink Pony Punk. We're at the 27 Club on the 15th.
Mhm.
We're doing Chaperone. Vic, I have no idea who she is. She's doing Lady Gaga. And then the new hires are doing Jonas Brothers. So it's bands as bands, and then it's emo night afterwards. So it's gonna be dancing and drinking beer and stuff.
Yeah. We snagged that little emo night pre show.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I've never been to emo night before.
It's
What's
like,
it like?
I mean, it's fun if you like the music, you know, like it's a lot of like throwback Warped Tour kind of music.
So are we staying after?
I mean, yeah, it's
Maybe.
just
It's
Saturday.
the same.
I don't work the next day. Why not?
And anyone who gets tickets to the Pink Pony Punk show, it automatically counts towards the emo night. So if you go to one, you go to both.
Mhm.
Cool.
Automatically. Yeah.
So I wonder how the new hires are going to pull off the Jonas Brothers when there's 3 Jonas
Oh.
Brothers and 5 new hires.
So good.
The math doesn't
So
jive for me, folks. It
excited.
doesn't
This
work.
that thing.
I think if anybody could pull it off, it's the new hires.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome
When
lads.
they were the Office at the Halloween show, that was phenomenal. So
Oh,
Well,
I remember that. Yes.
And they've done a lot of like really fun cover stuff over the last couple years because they did the My Chemical Romance April Fool's show. And then last Halloween, they did Taking Back Sunday at Emo Core. So it's, yeah, like I'm very interested, and also because it's like the whole kind of idea of the show is like punk goes pop, so it's like reimagined versions of the songs.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
very interested to see what they will do with it.
me too.
Me too. Yeah.
So what time does the show start?
7, I think.
30 doors
And
at 7.
So it's you guys and the new hires, and then there's the show afterwards.
Victor Complex
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
So new hires 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Victor Complex 8:30.
I
8:15.
think I'm not sure. As far as I understand, the show's wrapping up 9:30, 10, so that they can change over for the DJ set.
Yeah. So Vic's doing a back-to-back. We'll
Nice.
have to feed her some Red Bull in between.
Yeah, you'll pull it
Yeah.
off though.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, she's not even
It'll be
26.
fun.
Very
It'll be
punk
fun.
rock of her. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Very punk. Yeah, sleep when you're dead.
All right.
Sorry, I had an energy drink earlier, so
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
jacked up. He's
No, that's fair. I had coffee as soon as I got home from work.
nice. She's jacked too.
Yeah.
Everybody's jacked up. We'll keep this on the rails. What's been your favorite performance so far?
Should we each give our favorite?
Why not?
Okay.
I mean, either the womb or the most recent Targ one.
I'm joining you on the womb. That was my favorite that we've done so far.
Yeah, that was like probably one of my favorite house shows ever.
Yeah. I think we're meant to play in gritty basements with low ceilings where everyone is slamming into each other and spilling beer all
speaking
over
of,
each other. It feels
we want to do more
Yeah.
house shows. So if promoters are watching us and you have a basement, book us in your basement.
You have a basement. We'll play in your basement. Yeah. We're gonna get some sketchy responses.
yeah,
Why don't you come to
Well,
our basement and play?
Yeah.
yeah. Grace, what are you saying about our podcast? That we invite sketchy people?
We're in a basement.
Anybody could find you. Anybody
Yeah.
can find you.
That's
on
it.
So, yeah.
I'm going to book you in at Gus's place. You can play for a couple of 2-year-olds.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's actually our regular audience.
Yeah.
2-year-olds. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay,
really
just-
appeal to the toddler crowd.
Well, I'll hold you to it. That's awesome.
Okay, I had to laugh when you guys you posted something about your EP coming out, and you called it your PP EP.
Yeah.
And the funny part, the part that you don't know about that is I call him my PP,
Nice.
which is my podcast partner,
Oh my God.
and he hates it.
I do. Yeah.
Why do
he
you
hates-
hate it?
He doesn't like being called PP for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't hate it. I mean, that's a bit dramatic, but I think that it's interesting. My PP.
Mon PP.
Yeah, I'm down with you using it, I guess.
Oh, okay. As long as it's with a French accent.
Yeah, it has to be pipi.
Yeah, the
Pepe.
French accent adds a lot.
It does.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Pepe
right.
Le Pew.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
That's
still
funny.
it's still awkward. It's okay. I mean, it's it's okay. It's fine.
You're like, I'm really trying for the sake of the podcast, but
Yeah.
once
I
the
mean-
mic is off, I'm not going to be happy.
You know what the funny thing is? He pretends he's the straight man, but he's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In what sense?
You pretending you're all offended me calling you pee-pee, but you love it.
Maybe
Don't you love it?
Maybe under wraps. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not on a national podcast
No, I'm
or
Don't
ours.
front
again. I'm
people.
so down with it. I'm okay.
That's Caden too. He pretends to be the straight man, but he is very goofy.
Yeah.
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 Rest in peace, Caden. He's not dead. He's just not here.
Yeah. Let's not talk about him in the past tense, okay?
Yeah.
Rest
Oh,
in peace,
poor kid.
Caden. You would have
You know
loved
what?
the Dawg and Gus podcast.
He really would have loved this show.
Yeah. Next time. In a couple of years.
In the
Yeah.
future, you guys can do one with Justin.
Yeah, that'd be great. While he's snowboarding,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
tricky.
We'll go up
Caden
to.
dishes all on Passenger Princess.
That's it. Where'd the name come from?
I thought you were talking about Caden for a second.
His mom and dad gave
Not
him his
Caden's
name.
name. We can talk to his parents, I guess. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't know. We were all just kind of, it's a contested source because I think I came up with it, but Corey says that he came up with it. So we should both just take credit for it, I think.
To be honest, it's kind of like a meme
Yeah.
phrase at this point. So I feel like you both could have come up with it.
Yeah, we don't own the words Passenger Princess, unfortunately.
no, you don't.
No. Eventually there will be a copyright
Yeah.
on them.
Well,
Yeah.
we Googled it. I Googled it. I Spotified it, sorry, and a lot of stuff came up. So it wasn't just you guys. So
Yeah.
yeah.
There are a couple. There's another Passenger Princess band. There's a very popular song called
Passenger Princess. Yeah.
Yeah, so we definitely know we're not special, whatever.
Sure you are.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
You're certainly special. That's one thing. So say there was a venue you could choose. I mean, obviously you talked about going into the grungy basement of some person's house, but if there was like a venue that you could play anywhere in the world,
Ooh, anywhere in the
Anywhere.
world? Oh my god. There's some really fun ones. I was on exchange last year in Paris and I went to a few cool venues. I saw the Dirty Nil at this place called Point Éphémère. And it's like right by the river and it's also kind of dingy but nice. And so I'd like to play there or like I just yeah, anywhere. We'd love to do a Europe tour, I think, eventually. I think that would be really fun in the future. And they have like smaller venues there, bars, things like that.
totally.
we can
Yeah.
check out.
I really like history in Toronto, to be honest. Like that's I like that it's like all very open.
Yeah, history is good.
Corey?
Red Rocks
You
is
still-
a
you
really
still with
nice
us, eh?
venue.
Which
It's called Red
Where is
Rock.
that?
Red Rot.
No, Red.
Are you
Red
looking it up?
Rock.
We're down in Colorado.
Yeah, it's just like this.
Oh.
Like it's like an amphitheater, but it's like just out in the open in the middle of like this canyon or some shit.
Oh, that's
It's in the
awesome.
mountains.
That's funky.
Yeah,
It's a pretty cool place. My uncle and aunt live down there, and they've been to a few shows. And it's outdoors, and it's like it looks phenomenal. I would agree with Corey on that. But the small kind of intimate places in like say in Paris or in like even like the other countries you'd want to go to would be a lot of fun as well.
Mhm.
Maybe the Cavern
Prague. Go to Prague. That'd be cool.
or the Cavern in Berlin, the Cavern where the Beatles started.
That's true.
Yeah, there's lots of them. I don't know if that's still around, but
I would suspect it is.
yeah, some pretty cool places, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we'd love to try anything. Play all sorts of
Cool.
different places.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have
We're
a
open.
question. They throw this one out
I'm
on a
glad
lot.
you have a question.
Thank you very much. Now you see, you ruined my train of thought. No, you didn't. I don't understand how they asked this question. Top 3 picks albums if you're on a desert island, but I don't get it because how would you have power to play anyway? Top 3 picks.
You don't have an outlet. You don't have
Yeah,
electric
exactly.
Exactly, but we're still going to make you pick
CD
anyway.
Walkman. You have AA batteries.
Yeah.
CD Walkman. That's true.
There you go.
True. That could be work.
I
Yeah.
have my answer.
Solar.
Vic.
I have my answer.
Vic first.
Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess. Obviously. Chapel Roan. Collide with the Sky, Pierce the Veil, and Paradise by Broadside.
Oh,
Excellent.
Ooh. Corey, you have to go.
there's too
You're allowed
many.
That was
to
fast,
say
Vic.
the Midwest
There's
Princess
too many.
one.
Just first three
It's
that come into your
okay.
head, Corey.
Uh,
First three.
give me literally anything Metallica. Give me Does This Look Infected by Sum 41. I would also pick Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, but that already got taken. I'll just say
No, you
You're
can
allowed.
fifth CP.
We can
Fuck it. Fifth CP.
we can have custody.
There we go. Go
Yeah.
local, baby.
Fifth. They were
What if
awesome.
we were all on the same island? Then we could.
Yeah, but then you
put
don't
all
want
of our
4
music-
copies of
of
Rise and Fall of a
CDs.
Midwest Princess.
Yeah,
Maybe
True.
I do.
Valid point.
we could all have our own.
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
guys feel like the
Grace,
pink
you have an
limited
answer.
edition or the blue splatter tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
What aesthetic are we looking for tonight? Do we want pink or
Yeah.
blue? What's going
Yeah.
on?
I mean, yeah, we're eating sand for breakfast, so we should probably have pink.
Yeah.
You know,
There you go. There you
yummy.
Sand cakes.
go. Yeah. Miss
Okay,
Grace,
I
did
have
you pick
mine.
yours?
I would do Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain. Chet Baker Sings by Chet Baker because I would want to be relaxed, and he has a very relaxing voice. And also, I think War by U2 because that is a very it's a good desert island album. I think would make you feel less alone.
Good choice.
Wow. That was kind of, it's very diverse too. I like it.
War is probably their best album, actually.
Joshua Tree.
Pretty good too, but
Yeah.
I like War.
I like
You're-
War.
He's a warmonger.
Not war in the word war, the album War.
You didn't say that.
I like War.
I like War.
I'm gonna
War.
totally. We'll use that as a soundbite
That's
for
gonna get
this.
sound clip.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Gus likes War.
Well,
Yeah. Talking about Passenger Princess and Gus wants war.
are canceled.
War.
Gus
We're talking-
wants War.
What is it good for?
Oh, well done.
Which song from your current album is your personal favorite and why?
Switchblade.
Wow. Wait, hold on.
Coffee works.
Vic,
Yeah,
do you want to take a minute to think about it?
Oh, she's good.
She's on fire. Phew.
that's been my favorite one since the demos got sent to me.
Cool.
Nice. Any
That
reason?
was
Any,
the
any reason
second.
why? Particular reason?
I just enjoy like feminine rage core, and they're just very screamy and angsty.
Nice.
Yeah,
So you like War too.
start an army.
I like the word angsty. Thank you for that. by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Angst is a good feeling.
Yeah.
But
Good work.
it makes it. You make a valid point as a
Okay.
as a father of daughters.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah.
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 And they're only 2. Like, you're not at
Oh.
that teen angst yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, no. And there's like something really specifically cathartic about Switchblade for me, about it like being a story about a woman whose like words are used against her basically. I like it.
That's fair.
Actually, the thing I like about Switchblade is also the message, and it's definitely open to interpretation. But I'm in political science, and we read this text that was about self-defense, and when you are in a particular body, like whether you're a minority or just you're not typically viewed as someone who can defend themselves, everything you do will be turned against you. So like if you're a woman and you try to fight back, it'll get turned against you. So the chorus is like they wanted me to be less violent, but then they made me pray. So it's like the very existence of you as a person is enough to be a target. And then on top of that, there's this societal image of you as someone who's very docile and someone that can't be aggressive. So it's just sort of like that push and pull between the way you live and what you actually are.
Makes sense.
So I
That's
also
good.
really like Switchblade.
Yeah.
And the scream at the end, like especially when we're doing it live, like whenever we do the double scream, it's just like such a good, like it feels good doing it.
Yeah, it's guttural.
Yeah.
I love it.
Who needs therapy?
That's it.
Music is therapy.
It's true. It's a language and it's therapy. Corey,
Yo,
I
Corey.
like them all,
welcome back.
honestly, but Brat is my favorite because I feel like I'm not really like a extremely creative person. I don't know how to songwrite and stuff. I'm good at drums, but everything else I don't really know. But I feel like Brat, I had like that's the song that I had my hands in the most. So it's my favorite.
He had his hands in the brat jar.
Uh,
And you're also very creative, Corey. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
you just got called out, man.
I
Yeah.
get called out a lot because I'm very hard on myself. So
You're not the only one.
It's good in a way to be hard on yourself, but it's also can be a deterrent. So maybe you should not be so hard on yourself.
Boom.
Boom. Mic drop.
Yeah. Is this my like
I know
therapy
because
section?
I'm hard on myself.
Yes, it is.
We didn't bring this up at the beginning because we wanted you to be videoing. So here we are now.
You thought it was a podcast. It's an intervention.
To have
But
a
like
moment with you.
20 minutes from now, and it's just me sobbing about like my childhood. No, but she gave me
Yeah,
an F
Vic and
it
Grace are
hurt.
gone. It's just Corey.
Yeah.
It's just Dawg and Gus
It's
terrified
Corey.
you.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
You haven't listened to enough of our podcast. Now we're going to talk to
Yeah.
Vic and Grace are going to leave the room for a
Oh
little
my
while.
God.
Yeah, we're gonna talk man to man with Corey about some stuff
Yeah.
and give you our years and years of wisdom.
How fucking terrible would that be?
Oh, that honestly, that would kill me.
Intervention.
I would just turn my phone off.
You can hang up anytime,
Yeah.
Corey, but I've got you
Yeah.
locked in now.
You can hang up,
Oh,
but you
that's
can't
terrible.
change how you feel inside.
Exactly.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Nah, being hard on yourself, like to a degree, can be good if you're using it like as a point of motivation, but not as like a point of rumination. If that makes sense.
It does.
Totally. It's really well said, actually. And
Yeah.
a very good point.
Yeah.
Where do you guys see yourself musically in 5 years if everything went perfectly?
Hopefully, still in Passenger Princess.
That's a good goal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also my goal. And just playing lots of shows and putting out lots of music. That's what I would like to do.
Yeah, I mean, like, I personally.
I'm leaving the band. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hopefully, not in Passenger
Sorry,
Princess.
sorry, Vic.
Vic, what are
Sorry,
you about to say?
sorry.
If I end up being able to make enough income on music to have that as my main job, that would be nice. But my real main goal is to be able to go part-time at my real job. So
Yes, that's a
Fair. That's a fair goal.
I like it.
That's what we're working towards.
Yeah, I would like to just be podcasting. That would be sick. But you know,
yeah.
that's my
I
5-year
would
goal.
as well.
Well, you'll be retired.
You
all
bury
the
me soon.
podcasting you want when you're retired.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
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 You don't have to worry about the bus.
Yeah,
I've
would be
I
nice.
Sit in the
haven't
basement
taken-
podcast.
I haven't taken a bus in 30 years.
And you're probably better off for it.
I'm
Probably.
jealous of you.
Well, if you knew the OC Transpo sucks, bro.
I do. Because somebody sang it once to me and I said,
That's right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That was my
True
first
sentiment.
that was my first experience with you guys. It was at the Rainbow. And I'm like, okay, I like this song.
Yeah, that would have
And
been
these
a
guys
hell
are
of a-
Yeah, I can't remember who else was playing that night, but that was a fun show.
There was
Oh,
space
really?
between Neon Ghost House
Yeah.
and Noise Hotel.
That was it.
I
Yeah.
can't believe Noise Hotel also played that bill. That's like,
Crazy.
no, like they're really, really good. It was just a very interesting mix that night.
Mm-hmm.
Very different. Yeah. Like they played right
Yeah.
after us, so
I thought it went
So-
well. I enjoyed every
Imagine
band.
hearing T for One after hearing all of that.
yeah. Coming out
Shout
of
out
us.
Noise Hotel.
Yeah. Woohoo.
We haven't had them on.
Yeah, write that down.
I'm writing stuff down here.
Can you?
Sounds
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, he'll forget.
Forget what?
Exactly.
What were we talking about?
We're talking to a band. I forget.
Passenger.
They seem pretty nice.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
Just teasing.
something. Car. People.
Some lovely people.
Some ride along gun whatever. Oh, I'm gonna steal one of Gus's questions.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead, buddy. Do it.
No, I'm not. What's the thought process for making for writing your songs? Do you guys all I can tell Corey says he doesn't have much in that respect to do. Do doesn't do much of the writing?
No,
Not true.
I think
I
you
had a
are.
feeling, but do you guys like all come with ideas and then you kind of hammer out what that idea should look like with the four of you, or does somebody bring in lyrics? Somebody brings in this.
The first EP, it was mainly just like we get a riff or we get like a drum beat or something, and then we just add to it. And then Grace is so good at writing vocals and like writing them fast too. Like we can have like an idea for a song, and by the end of the session, she has the lyrics written down for the entire thing. So it's like just get a riff, add to it, and then keep hammering at it until we think it's good or like we're not sick of it or something.
Yeah, we get very, I would say like half-formed ideas, not even, and then it's just about chipping away at them until it looks like something. It looks not just like a 10-minute jam and like, okay, this is a song. We have found something in this block of ice.
I mean, like from my experience, the only songs that I've like written on that are actually like kind of finished are songs that like were already fully written, like previous to me joining the band, and then I just wrote what I thought sounded good, but like nothing, like I didn't really change like anything major about the song, really just like
Well,
add something.
Vic, you added so much, like so many more layers to the songs, especially with your backup vocals. When I listened to our Spotify recordings, I'm like, why does this sound empty? I'm like, I love it. Like they're amazingly, like, we're so happy with the producer, but I'm also like, damn, like where was Vic? Where were these backing vocals? So
In my own basement, writing. Just
yeah, we should have just
lonesome.
fetched you from your basement.
Let her.
She
puts the lotion.
I truly am not this creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. I want to go to another.
I just keep finding that voice.
Do we bring it out in you, Gus?
I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know.
It's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
having
I
a
have
day,
a voice.
you know?
I also have a creepy voice. It's okay.
Vic, please do the
Don't even
Discord
worry
mod
about
voice
Oh god.
On the
Do it.
podcast?
Yeah,
on
do
the
it.
podcast.
Do it.
You
Do it.
literally want me to do it on the
Oh
podcast
my
voice.
God.
What is your problem?
All right, now we hit the
Princess,
gritty.
why would you do this to me?
Hit the gritty.
Princess.
Princess, why?
Gritty's a dance.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm
What
not
do you
that
mean
old.
you didn't know that, Grace?
I'm just
I'm
wondering.
a big football fan. They do it all the time.
What is the gritty? What is that?
I'm
Can
not
you
doing it.
demonstrate?
It's a sick dance. Nor will I. I'll knock something over.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just wondering when we're going to start having fun, because this is really.
Oh
bad.
yeah, shitty times.
Oh my god.
What are we gonna ask?
I have another one if you want.
Shoot, bud.
What is a song that you wish you had written?
Oh, that's a good
Oh.
question.
that is a really good.
What Metallica song, Corey?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm looking to right now.
I'm actually wearing their shirt right now, but there's like Roses, they have quite a few songs that I'm like, wow, that's like kind of the style that I play. I wish I would have thought of that metaphor, or like I wish I would have thought of that breakdown, or like, yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
There's I can't think of one specific, but like the entirety of their EP, what's it called? I think it's called like Close or something like that. I can't remember, but just the entirety of it, I'm like, that's like just I wish I would have thought of those ideas basically.
Feel that.
Grace, any answer?
Maybe something by the Replacements, like off of their what's it called? Yeah, the Let It Be album. I just love that album so much, and whenever I listen to it, it just stands out to me as something that I'm very jealous of, but also that I'm happy it exists.
Cool.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Corey's staring off into space, so we know he's
Yeah.
thinking.
He's looking something up.
I'm looking through my Spotify just to grab something.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
Fair,
there's so many like
I
good
guess.
punk songs. Like even like just going through my like songs on Spotify, like the first Boston album is so good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
how
remember
did-
the name of the EP. It's
Do
Closure.
it.
What is it?
Closure.
Closure.
Oh, nice.
I want to know how we got from punk to Boston.
Because it
That's
came
cool.
up on
And
Spotify.
Replacements.
There you
But
go.
also, like,
Well, the Boston
Yeah.
album. Do you know the story about like so they created like they made the album and they didn't think about anything and then they went back to work. They were like working as janitors and stuff
No
like that.
way.
And the album comes out and it's one of the greatest opening albums of any artist ever. But then all of a sudden they went from being like janitors to okay, well, now we have to tour this thing and became a massive band, which is super cool. I love that story.
Yeah. Kind of daunting too.
I'm pretty sure
For them.
Totally.
I think like the lead singer had his studio at his house, but it's like the record. Oh my god, the record producers. I'm talking so it doesn't go to Vic's camera. The record producers like wanted them to record in an actual studio, but he wanted to use his basement studio. So they did all the instruments in an actual studio and the vocals in a basement studio. So that might
Back in the
actually be
basement.
what happened, or I might be thinking of a different album.
What?
No, you're
it's
right. I'm looking at it right now because he
Yeah.
had they said he's studio wizard.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Verification, Corey. You are
yeah.
correct.
Rock and roll
Check.
band.
Cool.
Holy shit, what a song! I wish I have wrote.
Yeah.
We should
That's a good tune.
we should have them on all the time so they could just like fact check us as we go.
Yeah.
Can you
Wrong.
check that up for me, Grace. Thank you.
Make sure we're correct on this.
It's like when Rogan goes, Jamie, can you just look that up?
Yeah. Wow. Hey. Look at us.
What?
We're almost like Rogan.
Oh, I wouldn't quite say that. Yeah.
I think we're better looking.
The horror on Vic's face.
You guys are better.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
He wishes he could be
Yeah.
Dawg and Gus.
It's like Joe Rogan, except
Who
you don't
doesn't,
know about
really?
obscure music facts instead of healthcare things.
Exactly.
Oh, we will move on.
And moving on.
Quickly. How do you find where you live affecting your career?
The
You mean
the
Ottawa?
bus sucks to get to work, so
I would say it's some inspiration.
Where you live, like living here in Ottawa, like how does that affect? Yeah, artistically, yeah.
Into like other places, whereas like places like Toronto or Los Angeles like have a lot of like more resources, I find, and like more industry connections to get to like that like commercial level, if that's what you're trying to get to. But if you are happy being a local musician, I think Ottawa's great.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to start out and practice things that will help you later if you end up becoming a bigger musician or outside of the local scene, because we've had a lot of practice now playing shows and, you know, exploring that. Like we have so much performance experience, which is great, because that used to scare me so much before we did our first show. So now it's like, okay, like we've done this, you know, and it gives you that comfort, that confidence that if you can do it here, you can do it somewhere else too.
Yeah,
True.
I agree. I just find like the lack of like industry connections, I think, is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
In Ottawa versus like those other places like I mentioned, it kind of makes it difficult to just like reach as many people maybe as you might be able to otherwise. Or
Yeah.
to play with bands who can like lead you towards those kind of opportunities to like have, because like not a lot of bands that I like come to Ottawa. Like a lot of those bands go to Toronto,
Yeah.
maybe Montreal if I'm lucky. So it's harder to make like those kinds of connections with those kinds of bands.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
like I
Yeah.
hear a lot of
I
people
think that,
say,
like you said though,
like if you want to really make it big in a band, you have to go to you have to live in Toronto or live in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I agree in a way. I think that it's certainly better than it. Like this is a better time than ever to be from Ottawa to get bigger. I think just because of the connection of certain platforms and such. But I think that, like you mentioned, Vic, is the Ottawa scene is excellent. and the local scene is excellent. So I think that someone we talked to, I think from Marble Ghosts mentioned Dylan, yeah, he mentioned like it reminds him a little bit about Seattle before Seattle became the grunge era. Like that was like obviously Hole was part of that, but like the Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, those bands, All Else in Chains, who I actually love the most. But that's sort of where it started, how it started. So I mean, I don't suspect, you can't expect that to be the situation that's going to happen, but certainly if you keep plugging away, who knows, right? Like you got, without you doing it, it won't happen. So the fact that
I think the internet definitely kind of like lends to connecting with people you may not otherwise.
Totally.
Which is a benefit.
Yeah, it's so connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
You probably have followers that you don't even like are out of in Europe and stuff. You know what I mean? So it could be, so it's
So you need to get over there, do a face-to-face with them.
Yeah, looking at our Spotify stats, sometimes we have like 3 listeners in a small obscure town in Europe, and I'm like, wow, how did you find us?
Yeah, there was like a time where like my old band, our number 2 country was Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, which was just like, which is just kind of like crazy to me, like the way that music can kind of spread like that.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
It's awesome that way. Now here's a question. Here's a question. Go ahead.
Grace.
I just wanted to say that this is kind of crazy. We got found by a magazine in the UK, and they wrote about us, and we only found out about it like 4 months later. And Bruce Springsteen is on the cover of this magazine, and we're in it. Like, it was so weird. It was one of my friends that said to me, like, this is your band, right? And I was like, yeah, that is.
So they wrote about you and you didn't know?
Yeah, they never told us.
They didn't reach out to us at all.
No.
They just found us, and we're like,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Cool. I just wish we could have told other people about it.
We can now.
Yeah, when it happened. Yeah,
when it happened. Yeah.
You can get a copy of that magazine somehow.
Sure, we can find
I got one. I ordered
it.
My uncle got it for me for Christmas. Classic Rock UK.
Nice.
Wow, that's great.
It's
such a great present too, because it's like you don't want another pair of socks. You get something like that actually works, right? You probably got socks too, but you know what I mean.
So many. Yeah, I got a
lot. What was the edition of that, Grace? Do you remember?
It was in July 2024, I think. June, July.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Because I have some friends when I was DJing. On the internet, I did my shows out of the UK. So
cool.
So I have a couple of friends over there. So I'm going to ask them to find it for me.
You can
awesome.
find it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So now when you guys are, we've talked to a lot of bands about this, and I'd like to get your take on playing. Do you want to play a lot of shows here, or do you want to kind of like branch out, like say Kingston, Toronto, into the States a little bit, and kind of give Ottawa a break? Or are you more Ottawa centric?
I mean,
I think we want to.
we don't want to give Ottawa a break necessarily. It's just like play less here.
We're kind of we're kind of like scaling back on Ottawa shows, and like we do have, I guess this is like a little sneak peek, but we do have like some out of town things happening eventually, which will be exciting. But like obviously playing Ottawa every 1 or 2 months, so keep our local following.
Yeah, it's more like we want to give Ottawa a break from us. We just don't want Ottawa to get sick of us, so we're like, we'll retreat a bit and play some other cities and then come back.
Well, that was kind of the point of the questions, because there are a lot of bands. Well, I got to stay here. No, you don't. You need to go to Montreal. You need to go to Kingston. You need to go to Toronto area, Hamilton.
And like hitting those small cities too, because like that's where not as much is happening. So like people will be looking for things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Vic, have you ever just thought about getting a gimbal? Is that something that's ever come up?
A what?
A gimbal, like something to hold your phone in case you're on a...
Right now my gimbal is
a glass
Steinberg UR44.
Nice. I was just kidding.
He's just teasing you.
Yeah,
it's great.
We could use band funds to get you like a prop for your phone.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. I just thought it'd be smart. I just had to be a smart ass for a second, as part of the gig.
All
Well,
good. It's all good.
I have a
When
tripod.
we
in
get our
my
Dawg and
Amazon
Gus,
cart.
there you go.
Nice. He's cruising Amazon.
That would
Really,
help us
really
with, like-
exciting chat, eh, Corey? Really great that you're just perusing the internet.
That would
at the
help us with our content creation problem
Yeah.
too.
That's
Yeah,
true.
write it off.
We're not good at that one.
Off, yeah, exactly. Business write-off. Who cares?
When would you say you started taking music seriously?
Or have you?
Maybe when we got asked to do our first show, then it was like, well, we can't just dick around anymore. We have to have a set in 3 months. So this is serious business. And I think we've always been very serious. We like to, we don't want to just do this and not put any effort into this. Even if it's fun, that doesn't mean it's not serious to us, I think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, as long as we enjoy doing it and are still having a great time, then it's still going to remain on my list of priorities. So
It also comes to a point where, like, if you like take it seriously but don't take yourself seriously, is what I try to do. Like,
yeah,
Well, it makes sense.
No, it does.
It's your like the art is your release, right? It's like how you get your artistically get that emotion out, right? So
but there's also a point where you got to get over yourself to like actually get up and do it well and in an interesting way.
yeah.
totally, yeah, makes sense.
Do it in a way that feels true to you as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't think any of us are really thinking about like Passenger Princess as like a full-time opportunity, but I think we definitely want to take it as far as it will go. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my coworker is in the band Hellbros, and we were at a staff party recently, and he was like, "Grace, don't do music because you want to get rich. Do it because you love it." And I was like, "I know, Peter. Thank you."
Peter's right.
He is right.
He's the
And
best.
Hellbros are awesome.
Shout out Hellbros.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
I put him on my show a couple times.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I always think when I'm looking at you, something.
I don't know. I don't know because sometimes I just feel like you are. Like right now.
If I go like,
Stop it.
We
if I go
listen
like, really,
and we don't judge.
Yes.
Maybe you guys should have a talking stick.
like,
Like you listen to me, and
That's not going to work.
that's how I feel.
that's not our
Gotta be
that's
grabbing
not
it
how,
from each other.
yeah, it's not how it works here. We like to like keep it kind of fresh,
No, we're kind of like siblings. And he's the older one.
which is I look really great for my age, but
He does
it's,
for 95.
yeah, I'm crushing it. I do squats.
He did 20 push-ups before we came upstairs.
I did do that 20
Mhm.
push-ups, but I'm on a cancer month where I do 100 push-ups every day. It's it's a thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, I do one.
So, wow,
Okay.
good for you. That's one is better than none.
Well, it's the one that pushes me out of bed. But,
Yeah.
As long as you're getting out of bed.
there's that.
Yeah.
See, see.
Yeah, always the positive. We love Grace.
Grace
is
with the
awesome.
spins. Grace spins it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
she did.
Yeah, I like that.
Always to the
She
positive.
does.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you guys have come up with your own genre of music as well.
Mhm.
Anti-bus punk rock.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the bus.
Fuck the
It's like
buses.
anti-municipal government yapping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the
that's a
moment.
little harder to say. So anti-bus
Yeah.
Certainly
punk rock is
True.
If you shorten it down just a little bit.
just a little bit. Well, I think that should be a song. Anti-bus punk rock.
Anti-bus punk rock. It could be. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah. Words are hard. We have to. We were doing Femininomenon
Yeah.
by Chapel Roan,
There you go.
and it's really hard to say.
Femininomenon.
Femininomenon.
Yeah, you got to get that right.
Ooh.
Okay.
Feminine phenomenon.
Practice.
Imagine if I fuck it up.
Oh
It's
my
a
goodness.
phenomenon. God.
Femininomenon.
Feminine.
Get it out like Papa did a
Yeah.
You got to bring that voice back that you had.
Yes.
Oh god.
Get it hot.
Phenomenon.
You know what's going through my head right now?
Get it hot, Princess.
Something like a phenomenon.
Yes.
Something like a phenomenon.
By one of the greatest, LL Cool J.
How did I come up with that?
I don't know, man.
I'm
But
good.
You did a lot of weddings. So
I
that's
did.
probably why.
In my day.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think is the state of the music industry today, and where do you think it will go in the future?
It's very exploitative. I mean,
It always kind of has
Femininomenon.
been.
yeah, not, but especially now with social media being such a prominent part of the artist's life and their presentation, it's not like you can just write music anymore. It's like, oh, you have to have a social media presence and do all
You
these
also have to be a
interviews.
TikTok blogger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and
need
there's
a cup of tea and a cigar.
humanizing.
Yeah.
But you know, like Chapel Roan talks about that a lot too, about how she's like, don't pretend that you know me. Like I just do music. Don't come up to me on the street and act like I'm your best friend kind of thing, because you've seen me all over Instagram or Twitter. But
Because she was doing like really silly, like fun TikToks and stuff before she like absolutely blew up to the level she is now. Like I
Mhm.
remember seeing like a TikTok about her like flipping her hair and breaking her neck or something. And then 2 months later, I was seeing like videos of her performing in front of thousands of people, and I was like, "What is going on?"
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Corey,
sense.
what do you think?
I was just gonna point out that I'm pretty sure Chapel won. She at least won one, maybe multiple Grammys. I didn't actually watch it.
You won Best New Artist.
Yeah, good.
She
good.
did.
As
And
she
she,
should have. Holy shit!
Yeah, and she
yeah, and then she had a nice.
she gave that
Go ahead,
speech
Corey.
about like workers'
Mhm.
rights and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because like I was talking with my partner about this earlier today, but like people kind of forget that like musicians and artists, like they're people first. They're people who do X, Y, Z, and like people's health and mental health. Like the music industry does not particularly care for or protect it. Like they want you to make money, make money, make money.
yeah.
When like as an artist, you're expected to do also all of your marketing, whereas before it was like you have marketing team,
Mhm.
like
With the
I don't
label,
know.
right? The label would do that for
yes,
you. But,
exactly.
but then
But
you
now-
lose that control though. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
but now labels are kind of like imposing that musicians also make TikTok or like fake drama to like promote their music or whatever. So it's like
It reminds me
a
of
little
the
annoying.
Pink song where she's talking about we love you, but we want you to change everything you are.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that speech was awesome. Speaking of the Grammys, because I need to get it off my chest.
I knew this was coming because
Yeah.
I was going to ask it.
Yeah. What do we think as musicians? What do you think about our friend?
Just
About
ask it.
what do you think about Beyonce winning country album?
I don't want to talk about Beyonce.
I
Nice.
think
don't
she-
listen to
I
her.
love Vic.
I think she won Best Album, Best
She
Record.
did, but she also won Best Country Album.
I mean, you know what? I'm happy for her. She's been snubbed by the Grammys for a long time.
Yeah, you know what?
But
She
Jethro Tull won Best Metal, so like, who cares?
Exactly.
I
The
don't
Grammys.
fuck up the genres. They put like they do the weirdest classifications in the
Right.
Grammys. Yeah.
I just wanted to, blow up the.
country artist thing. It's I don't know. I'm not loving the ties to abuse, but that's
Mhm.
all I'll say about that.
True
Yeah.
that.
We hear you.
That's another very good point. That whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, it's like we're purists, right? We like, I mean, country. You think about all the names that were in that category, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, so Beyonce wins, like, I
And
mean,
the names that were left
I
off
wasn't
because
really
she was
paying
nominated.
attention.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention. Who was nominated for country? I
Casey
don't pay
Musgraves,
attention to the
Casey
Grammys.
Musgraves, Lainey Wilson, Chris Stapleton,
Mm.
and who was the other one?
I think Sierra Farrell might have been on
Sierra
that.
Farrell cleaned up.
She
yeah,
did so well.
She was on.
She-
She
she,
was. She was up for. She was the other one.
She won 4.
Yeah, but she didn't
She
win
did
that one.
really well.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did really well.
Personally, personally, I want Coulter Wall to start getting more recognition.
Oh my God.
But
Again, I love Vic.
Vic's very solid, very solid. Unlike her phone, but everything else is solid.
yeah,
But the no, but Vic,
it
that's so true.
balances out.
It's so
It does.
true.
It's the yin and the yang.
Like-
Coulter Wall
Coulter
reference
Wall,
is
and then
amazing.
There's another guy too who's kind of Wells also. I'm really enjoying Wells, what they're putting out. They're like protest country. And I can't remember the name of the other guy. It's like John Mc something.
It's not coming to me.
It'll come to me.
I don't know. He's
I'm
he's
big
got
on
like a
I'm big on Sturgill Simpson too. I don't know. I just really like Sturgill.
It's so cool.
That's the whole point, is that somebody like that was left off the ballot so that Beyonce could be on it.
Yeah.
she's famous and rich enough.
Yeah.
Big money.
But now she's won a Grammy for Best Album, and she had to do it in the country category.
She's never won one before.
No, that was her first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fixed.
Well, you got to consider. I mean, the Grammys are sort of like that.
Anyway, who cares? Anyway,
The Grammys are more political, in my opinion, than they
Exactly.
are actually based on.
Yeah. Actually based on musical merit or talent, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, very
Because
true.
Like,
I think Charlie
Beyonce-
XCX should have won Album of the Year.
yeah. See, there you are.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think Brat should have won. That was huge. Guys.
The song Brat for Passenger Princess.
Whatever, you didn't know we were just in LA last night.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they were
Corey,
there.
I
You
got
just
my
weren't
passport
invited.
and didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he's at the after party.
he's
Still
late.
there.
He's still at the after party. We lost him.
That's why Vic had so much coffee. It was the red eye coming home from that party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Corey, sorry, man.
Yeah, he should have been.
Yeah, Courtney, we fought Kanye West for you.
Oh,
He got kicked out.
he got booted out of the
Did get
awards.
booted out. Yeah.
Well, when you bring
Oh,
your wife with
no.
no clothes on, I guess maybe.
Well, I think there was
Hey,
that,
she
but
was
it was also
wearing
his.
clothes.
Yeah, she took her clothes off. It was,
She was
Well, she
wearing
was wearing a
vest.
jacket, but her she had a slip or something on,
So
and you
did
could see.
McGowan, man.
Yes, but it wasn't the same. Like you could see, it was very, very, very revealing.
I don't think that matters so much. I think he just needs to
I think he just is.
be removed from the public eye.
Yeah.
Vic for the win.
Guy.
She's rolling.
Yep. No, don't do it. Yeah, seriously, you don't want to do that. Ask the question, my brother.
Oh yeah, we got to ask you this question. We ask everybody, and we ask 2 decades of music that you have to pick one of them, and it's the 80s or the 90s.
80s.
Can you say why?
I love the music. 80s music is what I grew up on. So I have to pick that. I just have such a stronger emotional connection to that.
I gotta say 90s probably.
Vic is going 90s.
I gotta say 90s. It's like when the really good alt rock and grunge started popping up, in my opinion. So that's kind of, and that's where my musical energy kind of goes to.
Yeah, we don't dispute it.
I agree,
Yeah, he agrees 100%. I agree 50.
and I like the 80s too. So we just ask it.
I love the 80s.
80s are
However-
great.
Yep.
90s.
It's hard to choose.
He's the 90s guy, and I'm the 80s guy. So
My parents were teenagers all through the 90s, so that's what I grew up listening to.
I'm young. You're old. What's that make
I was a
me?
teenager in the 90s too. But well, maybe towards the latter part. But either way, I was in that era.
My head hurts.
Corey, did you decide? Well, you're the deciding.
Corey, there's no pressure, but you're the tiebreaker for us, not for you guys.
Corey, there was no Alice in Chains in the 80s.
Exactly, but at the same time, I'm not gonna hit Ryan Lighting. I'm not gonna
Exactly. Think of Metallica.
Those are so good too. Black Album, bro. Black Album.
Black Album is good too.
Don't
And
let him
that,
sway you, Corey.
Stay loaded, reload it up.
Tribe Called Quest.
I don't listen to Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, this is so
Yeah,
good.
like Alice in Chains, all the.
Corey, take a quarter out of your pocket and flip. There you go. Here we go.
Heads. I'm
oh,
calling
oh,
heads
oh.
for 90s. Heads for 90s.
Heads on 90s.
Oh.
I'm right 50% of the time. I've
It's
actually
okay,
always,
Grace.
always
I got
gone,
you.
If you ever in,
Thank you.
thing-
We're on
Yeah.
the same side here.
But listen, 80s are awesome.
He loves 80s as well. It's a big, we just do it for fun, but because I love a lot of the 90s stuff.
And I'm all about rivalry.
Yeah.
And war.
War. And tension.
War.
Well, and I also, as a 90s kid, I love hip hop from the 90s. So I think that the hip hop kind of was the best in the 90s. So that was just me.
So good.
Yeah. And then like Alice in Chains is like my favorite band. So anyways, yeah.
What about A Tribe Called Quest?
They're the best, bro.
Yeah.
They're literally the best. If
Best.
you like jazz and you want to hear good hip hop,
I like
with
Neil
jazz,
Diamond.
it's Tribe Called Quest.
I like Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond's 70s.
But it wasn't either jazz.
70s wasn't an option.
No, I know. We don't give the 70s or the 60s.
Yeah, because they're great. We just don't mess Led Zeppelin and that's
Yeah,
it.
leave
We
it
don't-
alone.
Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why we don't offer that.
No.
Because we want you to fight it
I
out between
think-
the 80s and 90s.
I think that the only thing that would maybe make me sway towards the 80s is like Violent Femmes.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, they're the tiebreaker.
Speaking of Neil Diamond
But-
songs.
Yeah.
It's also like all that.
Yeah.
Well, it's too late. You lost. So it's okay.
Token Kiss fan.
You know, the 80s, the hair, the lipstick, the makeup. And that was just the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They were forward thinkers.
Seriously, man. Some of those guys were prettier than girls I've dated.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Hey, Brett Michaels. You're looking pretty good.
I can't remember his name, but the guy from Typo.
Type
yeah.
O.
Typo negative. I can't remember
Peter
his name.
Steele.
Peter Steele. Peter
There you
Steele.
go.
Yep.
Well, listen, we really appreciate you spending a bit of time with us, and we will watch you all the way, and of course, remind us of the show.
February 15th.
Yes. February 15th.
Very good. Yes, very good.
Thank
So
you
we'll
for
put this out. We'll put this out next week, so that's before the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sounds great.
Yeah.
And that
So
promotes it a bit. But
Thank you.
just stay with us for a minute after the stop, and thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Dawg and Gus, Dawg and Gus, Dawg and Gus.